The next one that we are going to see, actually this should have come much earlier in my opinion. Why I wanted to end the note or the session with transformers is, it is always going to evolve. Now some 3 to 4 years back, we were in awe with BERT, bidirectional encoder for transformers. So what is what was really exciting about BERT was it is able to do a bidirectional encoding, which is, it will match the value and it will try to predict from forward and backward and try to predict that value. Maybe sometimes as humans we also try to do that, is what I'm thinking. If there's a missing word, if there is a missing word or even a sentence in the passage, that's what we'll also try to do. That when inspiration is actually taken from the human knowledge or human brain, then it will come close to what human is trying to do. Always AI or ML model is trying to mimic the actions of the human brain or human activity or human knowledge. Either of these three is what these AI models are trying to do. And in a decoder only architecture, what happens is they don't use any kind of encoders. So that's why these GPT models, which are used in ChatGPT, these models like the Gemini or Claude, these GPT based models are used. And there are models like encoder decoder architecture, like the BART and T5. The BART and T5, what happens is, they are really good for use cases that involve summarization, that involve these machine translations. Why? Because they'll be able to do both the process of an encoder and decoder. So it will be able to capture minute details at a finer level. So here I've mentioned what are all the emerging trends, but there are so many emerging trends that are coming in NLP. So these are all the emerging trends that had come over the years. For example, we saw transformers and pre-trained models. Then we saw few shot or zero shot models like the GPT-3. Then multimodal NLP like CLIP. So multimodal is a really exciting field that I'm also very interested about, though I am currently working mostly with the text side of things. Multimodal can handle text, images, or even audio or even video. So that is where the future is. A single model can handle anything, or a group of models together put together can handle any model capability. Model here means a type of data, whether it can be a text, image, audio, or any kind of files. And the other trend is explainable AI. So we have seen here that we have started using specific AI ML models at the enterprise level. So what is that we are missing here? The explanation of these models are missing because they have become black boxes. Because we pass everything in, we get the output outside. What happens inside of a neural network is not being properly explained. So that is where tools like Lime and Shapley, all these tools are coming into picture, where there is a technique to interpret all these values. So basically Lime and Shap, what it does is, it is trying to, based on the features, it is trying to explain why this decision has been done. So that is really helpful at the enterprise level to explain to our stakeholders like the clients, or even sometimes in auditing level, auditors also want to understand what is happening inside. So these really help us to explain the stakeholders who may not understand the technical terms. And coming to ethics and fairness, so we need to understand there will be bias in language models or any AI model, because the data that they have been trained on is a huge publicly available corpus that is in the internet. So the enormous amount of data that has been created in the internet is given by humans, right? There will be always some kind of bias. So what happens is, we need to take care or write rules or create guardrails. This name is very important. Remember that we need to create guardrails around this to apply certain rules to these models, that it should not harm people. It should not be biased toward people. Uh, for example, if there is a resume screening, it should not just take male candidate. It should give an equal opportunity to both the male and female. So, though in reality, in data wise, it can be that for that specific company only 80% or 90% male are applying, but that kind of bias should be avoided, and a fair and unbiased chance should be given to everyone. So that is what is an emerging field for ethics and fairness. So there are multiple like this. There are multiple areas in which there is synthetic data generation. Okay, where do we need to create or generate data sometimes for our POCs, proof of concepts. So if we have sample data, now we need to create this synthetic data that is closer to the real data. That can be done using models like the GANs. Or there are many models. Even now, ChatGPT, if you give it an input and you try to give some more examples, it will generate n number of examples for you, and from that n number of examples you can create your own synthetic data. There are certain packages in Python to create synthetic data. And the other thing is cross-lingual and multilingual models, where they are able to understand and generate text in multiple languages. As I was talking about in one of the translation systems, that MBART is able to understand around 50, even one model was able to understand 100 different languages of text, and it is able to translate between 50 different languages. Yeah, everyone. So that is the end of the session, and I'm leaving it here. And so we saw all the existing applications of NLP in multiple domains, ranging from banking, healthcare, telecom, and we were able to see what are all the text analytic methods and what are the 3 takeaways from this session. Always remember, AI is your friend. Try to use these tools as much as possible, and also try to maximize the potential of these AI tools by becoming smart and more productive. And finally, there's an opportunity to connect with the data community. Just you can send a message. So thank you for this opportunity, Prakash and Tagore College.